Hey guys, welcome to my channel. As you can probably tell, I don't have any other videos in my feed because this is my first YouTube video. I'm just getting started. But I thought, what better way to start it off than to do a 2016 beauty favorites video. So that's what this video is going to be. Oh, and by the way, my name's Hannah, if you can't tell that by my username. Alright, so my first favorite, I'm going to start out with moisturizers and primers. So, my favorite moisturizer of 2016, and probably for the past 2 or 3 years, is this Clinique Moisture Surge. This is a gel moisturizer, and I have really dry skin, but I also have really sensitive skin, so I can't use things that are like creams most of the time because they break me out. But this is great because it gives you tons of moisture, but at the same time it's just a gel, so it's really lightweight and it doesn't break me out. And it also it creates a really smooth surface to put your makeup on over. And when I put this on before I put my makeup on, it always seems like it goes on smoother and better. My favorite primer of 2016 was this It Cosmetics by Pores. This primer is oil-free, poreless, skin perfecting serum primer. So what this is it doesn't have any oil in it, so it's good for people like me that have sensitive skin. And it's also like got a really silky feel to it. This is the only primer that I've ever used that I feel like actually makes my pores look smaller and blurs my pores. And I love this because it doesn't have any color to it, and it just makes everything go on smoother, and it actually does make my makeup stay on longer. So my next product that I'm going to talk about is this Smashbox primer water. This has been out for a while. I know everyone's talked about it, but this year was the first time that I tried it, and I just love it because I didn't want to buy into this at first because I was like, oh my gosh, that is just water. Like, why would somebody pay to buy water to spray on your face? But actually, I'm not sure what's in this. It says it's silicone-free, alcohol-free, and oil-free, but whatever they put in this stuff, it just makes my makeup go on so much smoother. And when I do other people's makeup, I actually like to spray this on after I finish their makeup, and I feel like it just kind of works like Fix Plus. Like, it just kind of blends everything together and takes away like any powdery look that you might have to your face. I love this stuff. I love it. I spray it on before I use my makeup sometimes, and then I also use it after. For foundation, my favorite foundation of 2016 is actually from the drugstore, which is crazy. Most of the time things from the drugstore break me out, but it's actually this L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. I wear the shade 202. Actually, I mix 202 Creamy Natural with 201 to get my perfect shade. But it is up to 24-hour wear. It's got SPF 15, and it says it has a radiant finish for normal to dry skin, so that's really good for me. I didn't want to try this at first because most of the time things that say they have a radiant finish or a luminous finish, I feel like they look oily and they make me look like my face is melting off about 3 or 4 hours into wearing it, even though I'm dry. I don't like for my face to feel tacky or wet. but this foundation, it just looks like skin on your face. Like, you can't tell that you're wearing foundation, which I love about it. And I've actually got like a couple of my, I got my mom into wearing this, and my sister wears it now. And it is just, it's the best foundation. It's like medium coverage. It really does last all day. It's crazy to be from the drugstore. But anyway, I have another foundation favorite. And this has been my favorite more towards the beginning of 2016. But this is one of my holy grail foundations. Like, I could not, if I run out of this, I have to go pick it up. I can't be without it. So this is my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I wear this shade 117, which is the same as Y225. This foundation, it's a stick, as everyone probably knows already. But you would think that because it's a stick, it would be hard to blend out. But it's really not. It's so creamy, and it actually blends out a lot better than even some of my other foundations that are liquid. It just blends in like a dream. It's medium coverage, and Makeup Forever has one of the best ranges of colors that I've seen in like a makeup line. Especially for people with fair skin like me. I have a problem finding foundations that are light enough to match me, but don't make me look pink. And this foundation is my absolute perfect match. Perfect. I don't even have to blend this down my neck or anything, and it matches perfectly. Exact same color as my skin. So if you have a hard time finding foundations that match your skin, try this out. It's great. My next favorite is this Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I know everyone already knows about this, but I used this all of 2016, and I use this to set under my eyes. It's great because it says it's translucent, which it mostly is, but it does have just like, I think it has just like a slight, just like a hint of like a yellow tint to it. And it really brightens up my under eyes, especially when I'm tan. When I'm this color, it pretty much blends in. But I love this powder. It doesn't dry my under eyes out, and it's just really good. And you only have to use a little bit, and it goes a long way. But for the rest of my face, I've been using this MAC Light Plus Mineralize Skin Finish. This is just, basically it's a setting powder for your face. I stayed away from this for a long time because I always heard people talk about MAC skin finishes, but I always thought that it was like kind of more like a powder foundation, and I don't like to put more coverage on top of my foundation after I already have foundation on. I don't really want, I don't want to look cakey, and I don't want a whole lot more coverage. So I just want something to set my skin. And when I actually went into the store and tried this out, it is just, it's more of a setting powder, and it just has like just a teeny tiny bit of coverage. Like, it's not cakey at all. I don't even know if you can see that because it is just so sheer, which is what I wanted. And I use this for the rest of my face because under your eyes it's just a little bit dry, but for the rest of your face it's great, especially like on my chin and my forehead. So that has been one of my favorite powders. Now, moving on to highlights. Okay, first I'm going to talk about one of these I never ever hear anyone ever talk about, except I think it was What Would Lizzie Do? I think I heard her mention this once, but it is so underrated, and I don't understand why, because this is honestly the best highlighter. Actually, I would say it's in my top 2 highlighters for people with fair skin. Anybody could really use this, but especially people with fair skin. This is the Laura Geller Baked Highlighter in French Vanilla. This highlighter is kind of the same concept as the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. When you look at it, it doesn't really look shimmery. It looks, you know, kind of matte. It's not like the Becca highlights. When you look at them, you're like, whoa. You can't be seen from outer space. But when you swatch these, they have just like a sheen to them that it just looks like a natural glow from within. I don't know if you can see that right there, but it is just, I have it on today, and I mean, you can see it. It looks like it's matte in the pan, but it's not on your face. But it's not, you know, blinding like you can be seen from outer space. But it just looks so pretty. It's not glittery. It's not even really shimmery. It's just got like a sheen to it. And this is so pretty. If you haven't tried this out, I'm telling you, if you have fair skin, you will love this. You will love this. And another one I have to talk about. I know everyone else is going to mention this in their favorites videos, but I would be lying if I didn't mention it. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I mean, you all already know about this. What else do I need to say? I mean, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Just the perfect champagne shade. And another one I wanted to mention is the one I mentioned earlier, the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder. This is the shade Highlight 01. And I don't know why it says it's matte, because it's not. But it's not metallic. You know, it's not gonna look crazy on your face. It's kind of the same idea as the Laura Geller highlight I just talked about. It's just natural. It just looks really natural and just pretty. It's just a little bit more, just a touch more peachy and champagne-y, if that's a word, than the Laura Geller one. The Laura Geller one's a little bit more yellow toned. Okay, and then the last highlight I have to mention for 2016 is the Mary Luminizer highlight by The Balm. I know this has been out forever, but this is still one of my favorite highlights of all time. This is like a little travel size version. I think you can get these at Kohl's, or you can order them offline. I think there's a couple other places you can get them. But this Mary Luminizer highlight, it's another one that's really good for really any skin tone, but especially people with fair skin. It's absolutely, I don't know if you can even see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. It is so pretty. It's another one with kind of a slight golden undertone. Okay, and next I'm going to talk about bronzers. Okay, a bronzer I discovered in 2016 that is going to stay in my makeup collection probably for the rest of my life is this Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I don't know why I never tried this because this has been out so long, but the color of this bronzer is perfect. It is absolutely perfect. I don't know why this isn't more people's favorite, but especially for people with fair skin, as you will notice that most of my products are, most of my favorites are more for people with fair skin like me. But this bronzer, it's not cool tone, it's not gray, and it's not yellow. I used to use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer a lot, and I really love that one. But I started noticing, like, the more pale I got in the wintertime, it started to look kind of yellow on my skin. Just like a slight orangey kind of tint. And then I discovered this, and it is absolutely perfect. You can contour with this, you can bronze with this. It is the best bronzer, especially for people with fair skin. Now moving on to blush. The first blush that I used the heck out of in 2016 was this Tarte blush. It's one of their Amazonian clay blushes, and it's in the shade Celebrated. This color is so pretty. It reminds me of, if you've ever seen NARS Madly, if you have that one or if you've ever swatched it, it's kind of that same color. It's just like a nude pink with just like a touch, just a hint of peach. It's just really pretty. I think I have it on today, but this is perfect. This is pretty on people. I put it on people that are really tan. I put it on people that are really fair. This blush is probably my favorite blush that I own. And then the other one, I went back and forth between these two a lot. This is MAC Melba, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with. This is kind of the same color as the other one. It's really close. It's just a little bit darker. But it's kind of the same tone. This one's got a little bit more peach in it. This one's a little bit more nude. But they look good with every single makeup look that you do. Doesn't matter what you do, I'm telling you, you need these two blushes in your life. Now, I'm almost done. We're going to talk about lipsticks. There were two lipsticks in 2016 that I discovered. I like a lot of different brands of lipsticks, but in this video I'm going to talk about the two colors that I wore the most. First of all, I found this Makeup Forever Artist Rouge Cream Lipstick. I think these just came out this year. This is the shade C105. I don't know if you can even see that. Anyway, this is like the perfect nude. It is not really a pinky nude. It's more of like, I don't know, like it's like a mix of a pinky and a beigey and a brownie. I mean, it's just the perfect color. It's just perfect. It's like almost like a mapley kind of color. I love it. It's so pretty. nudes like that look the best on my skin tone, I found. And then the next one is this Smashbox lipstick in the shade Audition. This color, oh my gosh, when I swatched this in Sephora, I about fell over. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the prettiest color. It's kind of similar to that last one. This one right here is the Smashbox one. It's kind of got just a touch of that mauve-y kind of nude that everyone talks about. But this color, this is the perfect nude lipstick for weddings. I have put this on so many brides since I have bought this. It is so pretty. It is like the color of your lips but better. It gives you a little bit of color, but it's not too much. It's just really natural. This is probably my favorite shade of lipstick that I own. I love this lipstick. When I run out, I'm going to go buy 5 more. Okay, so now we're going to talk about brow products. The first brow product was this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. And this is the shade Blonde. This brow mascara, I used to use the Benefit Gimme Brow. And I like this better. And I'm pretty sure it's like $5 at Ulta. And it's not clumpy. It doesn't really clump up like the Gimme Brow does, which I like the Gimme Brow, but this one's just really a tinted gel. That's all it is. And my eyebrows are almost white because my hair is blonde. And if I don't put something like this in them, you cannot see my eyebrows. So on days when I just want to go to the gym or something, or I don't really have a lot of time to put into my makeup, I'll just swap that on my eyebrows, and it's just perfect. It keeps them in place and it adds a little bit of color. And then another brow product I use a lot was this Benefit KaBrow. This is the one with the little brush on the end. But this is really similar to the Anastasia Dip Brows. It's just a little bit less pigmented, and it's a little bit easier to work with if you make a mistake. Especially, I'd say, you know, if you're a beginner and you haven't really used a pomade or pomade, however you would pronounce that, before, the Benefit KaBrow is really good, and it's really handy with the little brush. And then another thing that I discovered in 2016 that has literally changed my whole makeup game is this Benefit They're Real lash primer. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so good. It's just a brown lash primer, and I use it on days like when I want to go to the gym, I don't want to put makeup on, I'll just put that on my eyelashes. Since they're like white, I have to put something on there or you cannot see my eyelashes at all. So that is so good. And if you wear it under mascara, it makes your eyelashes look like 10 times longer, and it keeps them from looking dry. And I don't know why, but it seems like it keeps my mascara from flaking off during the day. I don't know if it actually does, but it seems like when I wear it, my eyelashes look a lot more moisturized. And what I wear on top of it is the Benefit Roller Lash. Also discovered this in 2016. I have super straight eyelashes, and this mascara, it's got the curved wand, so it really curls your eyelashes and it lengthens and separates too. It's kind of the best of everything with a mascara. For eyeshadow, I really use my Z palettes most of the time, but when I wasn't using my Z palette, if I had to pick a palette, I would pick this Tartist, and it's Tartist, not Tartiste. Tartist, like artist, pro palette. This has got every color in here that you would need to create a look. It's got enough mattes, it has enough shimmers, it's got warm, it has cool tones. It is honestly the perfect palette. It really is. Like, you hardly ever find a palette that has everything you need in one palette without having to go to something else. And that one's really good. Alright, so something else I have to mention in my favorites is this Kenra Platinum Blow Dry Spray. I cannot blow dry my hair without this now. I'm so used to using this. It's just a thermal protectant for your hair, but when you spray it on, it smells so good. It smells like strawberries and cream or something. It smells so good, and it detangles your hair and it protects your hair. It makes it look shiny when you blow dry. You almost don't even have to straighten it. I cannot be without this. I'm almost out of it, and as soon as I run out, I'm gonna go buy more. And then last, I have to mention this perfume that I just discovered. Actually, two perfumes. This is the Clean Reserve perfume, and it's in the scent Skin. It's the Reserve blend. This perfume smells so good. It says it's a floral musk, which is kind of crazy because I don't usually like musky scents. But this perfume, when I smell it, I feel like how you feel when you first get out of the shower, just like so like fresh and just I don't know how to describe it. It just smells clean and not too sweet and not too spicy. It's just like clean, and I don't know, kind of like that April Fresh fabric softener. If you ever smelled that, it kind of smells similar to that, a little bit more musky. And then the other perfume that I discovered that I absolutely love is the YSL Black Opium. This is just like a little sample size that I got. This smells so good. I have never liked warm scents before. I usually like fruity or floral scents. But this smells amazing. And it smells like a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of, I don't know, like vanilla. Something in there smells kind of manly in a good way. It just smells so good. You just have to go smell it. I've worn this one probably more than anything that I've worn this year, and it's great for fall too because it's a little bit warmer scent, but it is perfect. Okay, and last but not least, the last thing I have to mention in my video is this. I just discovered this at the end of 2016, but this is so good. This is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This stuff saves me so much time when I'm washing my face because, and you think, oh my gosh, that's just an extra step, but if you put this on first before you wash your face, just take a little bit in your hand and rub it, especially on your eyes. I mean, don't get it in your eyes, but on your, where you put your mascara and your eyebrow products, and just rub it all over your face. It feels really gross at first because it's a balm, and then get a little bit of water on your hands and just rub, and the balm turns into a cleanser. Like, it's no longer like oily and sticky. It turns literally into like a milky consistency, and it washes right off. And when you wash your face, your mascara is gone. When you wash your face, it takes off all of your eye makeup, and especially the eye makeup that's hard for cleansers to remove. It will take off anything. I'm telling you, this stuff is absolutely amazing. Alright, and that's it for my 2016 beauty favorites. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. Maybe I maybe a recommendation that you want to go check out. So leave me a comment and let me know what your favorites were. And also, if there's anything else that you want to see from me, just let me know what kind of video you'd like to see next. I'd love it if you guys would give me some suggestions. And thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe. I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel and make my day. So thanks for watching. See you guys.